Hi guys, this is Dinosaur without Megan, sans Megan if you will, for part number 5 of Final Fantasy VII. I really don't know how many parts this is going to get up to, but considering that I am not very far in at all, I'm going to say a lot. Last episode ended rather anticlimactically when I set the bomb at the number 5 reactor and then absolutely nothing happened. Yep. At reactor whatever it was, the first one we blew up, we set the bomb and a boss came and attacked us. This time, El Zilcho. By the way, if you hear jingling in the background, that's my dog's Tag. She's wandering around the house. And she kind of doesn't know what to do with herself. But, you know, she might be walking around a little. So as you can see, I think I mentioned this last time, but I have the select. I hit select to bring up the help bar, which allows us to see the names of enemies. These green dudes are called Smoggers, and their attack is called Smog. Fancy that, eh? So we're gonna beat them up a little. And problem solved. Victory. Jinga-dinga-dinga-dinga-dinga. And it's time to keep going. All the reactors have the exact same setup, so we came in a different way, but we're leaving the way we left the first reactor, taking the going up the stairs, taking the elevator, all that good stuff. And I think, yes, we come in at a different angle this time. Because Jesse and Biggs are not here to decipher the codes for the doors, we get this little mini QuickTime event, which may take me a few times to get right. Jesse said we all have to push the button at once. I was a little behind. 2, 3. It's a little ahead. There's like no indication. It's a tiny bit ahead. That should do it. There we go. That wasn't so bad. So, upon doing that, the door opens, and that's the only door. So we can just continue on our way. Unless we get into a battle, like so. So here we have a couple little, proto-machine guns, they're called. I could use magic, but I'm just gonna beat the crap out of them. Also, if I am to get limit breaks at any point, I will be saving them because, spoiler alert, there's a boss coming up. And limit breaks are very, very good to use against bosses. I don't have access to the correct items right now, but I will explain and show how to level up limit breaks when, you know, when I can. Actually, I can explain part of it. So, there's a level 1 limit break and a level 1-2 limit break. Like, you get 2 limit breaks per level. The way to level up, to get the next level of limit breaks, is characters have to defeat a certain amount of enemies. I don't quite remember the number. For Cloud it's a lot, because Cloud's always in the party. But the way to get the 1-2 limit break, or the 2-2, or 3-2, etc., is to perform the first limit break a set amount of times. I believe for level 1, it's like 7. I'm going to stop talking about limit breaks because plot. So here we get the Shinra theme because President Shinra himself has shown up to confront us. He must be, what was it? See, here it's accurate that it's all in caps because I really imagine him yelling it. And of course, apparently, President Shinra is supposed to recognize Cloud. It's crazy. But he does mention the fact that he realizes Cloud's been exposed to Mako from the look in his eyes, and also calls him a traitor. Oh, Sephiroth. So there's another mention of the big baddie of the game. He's name dropped quite a few times, but it's going to be a while before we see him at all, or anything besides a name drop. But Barrett's upset that Cloud's taking his spotlight, so he runs forward. And he's just He's not very eloquent. Y'all, Shinra the Vermin. That makes you King Vermin. So shut up, jackass. How uncouth. And President Shinra agrees. You're beginning to bore me. You'll excuse me, I have a dinner I must attend. So, he mentions a playmate, which means a boss. What's that noise? It's the boss, who is called Airbuster. He's a techno soldier. He's basically just a giant robot. And he's gonna fight us. Or we're gonna fight it, I don't know. A helicopter out of nowhere, and off goes President Shinra. So now we have to fight the Airbuster. And this is our first example of a pincer attack from our perspective. That means that Cloud is on one side of the enemy, Tifa and Barrett on another. Oh, here's the boss theme. It's pretty badass, I must say. It's pretty metal. Ah, damn. So he has to turn around to attack, and damn it. So he does Big Bomber, which does a big chunk of damage, like a third worth of damage. So I'll make sure to heal up after that. And I could use a limit break here, and I'm going to, but the key is to wait until he turns around so that your limit breaks do double damage. I mean, healing up is, you know, it's no big deal. So hopefully he'll counterattack, turn around. Yep. So because he turned around, we're going to use Big Shot, Barrett's level 1 limit break, and blast him in the back. 600 damage. Decent stuff. So let's cure up Barrett again, because he was attacked a decent amount. He's turning around. So we'll have Barrett just hit him with an attack. Getting rid of the health bar, I'm sorry. It's actually very, very distracting. So he missed the Big Bomber on Cloud, which is good and bad at the same time. Good because he didn't take damage, but bad because no limit break. But now the turn function is non-operational. So that's a good sign. He can't turn around anymore. That means that all the damage that Tifa and Barrett do will do. Wow. She did 26 damage when he was turned around. She is just awful. Ah, fuck it. Let's just go balls to the wall here. Beat the crap out of him. So there's a Big Bomber on Cloud. Big Bomber is also out of ammo. And I think we may have just beaten him. Yep. So what do robots do when they're defeated? They blow up. Also, Tifa gets a little level up here, and we get a Titan Bangle, which is very good because that'll come in handy. And ba-boom! That's some nice rendering, I gotta say. And Cloud's just hanging there. Can't you do something? Not a damn thing. Don't die. You can't die. There's still so much I want to tell you. I love you. Blah 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 blah. You gonna be alright? Hell yeah. You worry about yourselves. I'm alright. So he just apologizes, and Cloud's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna die. And then he drops. So we have successfully blown up another reactor. Cloud is currently falling to his death. That was a good game, guys. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Had I chosen to not be as affectionate to Jessie, I would have... Oh wait, I'm still alive. Never mind. Are you alright? Can you hear me? Yeah. Back then, you could get by with just skin and knees. What? What? What about now? Can you get up? So this is kind of weird, and I'm not going to explain it now because there's major spoilers involved here. And I won't be able to explain it for quite a while, and I'll probably forget about it by the time I can. And then in the background, so here's the thing, all of this is an internal monologue, and all this stuff in, you know, the actual text box is someone actually speaking. Hello? 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 Oh, we're alive. Yeah. You okay? This is a church in the Sector 5 slums. And the roof suddenly fell on, just like collapsed because Cloud came crashing through it. Luckily he's alive because he landed in a flower bed. Sorry about that. That's alright, the flowers here are quite resilient because this is a sacred place. They say you can't grow grass and flowers in Midgar, but you can in the middle of a church. How about that? I love how he just shrugs. So we're going to take a moment here, and I'm going to just look at his eyes for a minute. You see they're not brown, they're kind of that like emerald jade greenish color. But anyways, we can talk to her. If you don't recall, and if you don't, you're dumb, that is the flower girl. Yeah, I remember you. You're the slum drunk. Excuse me, but that's really rude. But I'll forgive you because you bought flowers from me. There's a tip, fellas. Buy flowers from someone and you can call them an alcoholic. So they're discussing materia, and this girl says that hers is absolutely worthless. And Cloud's like, you're probably just dumb. But it doesn't do anything. I feel safe just having it. It was my mother's. Ah, crap, I just remembered something. I'll explain it when we get there. Do I feel like talking? I got nothing to talk about. Oh, I see. I wonder whose fault that is. I have no qualms being a jerk to this girl. I don't know why, but I really don't. Let's talk to her again. Oh! Now that you mention it, we don't know each other's names, do we? My name is... So now we get to name her. We'll go with... I don't know. So, as you saw, her default name was Eris, with an S. And, apparently that's a translation error. It's supposed to be Aerith, with a, you know, kind of like someone has a lisp. Which is actually an anagram of I-Earth. Or anagram, is that correct? I think that's right. Anagram, where you change the letters around to spell something else. Many games that she is featured in later on use the correct translation, which is Aerith. I kind of want to call her Flower Girl, but we're going to go with the default name. And we're going to stick with Eris with an S because it's easier on my mouth. I'm Eris, the Flower Girl. Nice to meet you. The name's Cloud. Me, I do a little bit of everything. And someone waltzes into the back door there. Yeah, I do whatever's needed. What's so funny? I find that offensive. I just... Sorry, bad timing on my part. And if we walk away, she's like, hey, I didn't mean to offend you. And he just shrugs. So who's this guy? He says, don't worry about me. He's actually a semi-recurring character as well. Also, he's got a badass theme, which we'll hear in a bit, I think. So Eris says, have you ever been a bodyguard? You do everything, right? Yeah, that's right. Then get me out of here. Take me home. Take me home tonight. I don't wanna live there. Don't know any words. I'm probably gonna start lapsing into song in a lot of these videos now that I'm starting to get more comfortable with them. I'm not a very good singer, but I like music a hell of a lot. Oh yeah, I'm playing a game, right? So, here comes the cool theme. This is the Turks theme. I did finger quotes, but I think that's actually what it's called. It plays whenever the people in dark blue suits are around, and they are the Turks. And it's just like a really cool, I don't know if I'd call it jazzy, but it's got a little bit of sleaze in there, but it also sounds kind of badass. I don't know. I like it. I'll leave it there. You don't know me? I know you. Whoa! Oh yeah, I do know you. I remember now. That uniform. Oh, he brings in some soldiers. Hey sis, this one's a little weird. Shut up, you Shinra spy. Reno, you want him taken out? I haven't decided yet. Don't fight here, you'll ruin the flowers. So she runs off, we'll just follow her because we're supposed to be guarding her. And the exit's back there, but we're gonna find a different way out. The soldiers are all laughing, I have no idea why. And here comes Reno. They were Mako eyes. By the way, there's something I have to say about Reno's character. In this game, he's like a pseudo-badass. He's actually pretty cool. And then, I don't know if anyone ever saw Advent Children, the movie that came out after the game. They turned him into like a comic relief character, and I'm not cool with that. I think it ruined his character. But, you know, whatever. Back to work. Oh! Don't step on the flowers. Oh shit, man, you just stepped on them. They're all ruined. So, this church is a little decrepit, I must say. So, we're gonna do a little jumperoo-ha. Oh shit, we've been spotted. Cloud, that one. I know. Looks like they aren't going to let us go. What should we do? Well, we can't let them catch us, can we? Let's just jump this, like, 8-foot gap. No problem. Alright, I'll hold them off. Right, make sure they don't get through. Oh, the ancient is getting away. I guess she is an ancient, and she just falls to her death. Think we killed him? Nah. So here's a little mini game where she says, help! And he says, damn! What's that? So we have three options. Let's say hold on a minute. You can say run, but she'll end up getting caught and having to fight them. You can tell her to fight them, or we can try this. I don't know if I'm going to do this right. Nice. Thanks, Cloud. If you push the barrels correctly, they'll knock out the soldier and she won't have to fight them. By the way, there's an arbitrary affection point system in this game where you know, it affects certain things later on in the game where, you know, if certain people have more affection points, they'll be the ones that do things. Not those kinds of things, you friggin' pervs. It just affects some cutscenes and dialogue and things like that. By helping Eris here, we're getting her affection points up. And there are a couple different characters that it works with. I'm not particularly trying to get anyone specific. Also, Cloud can get into random battles up here. I'm just using his limit break because it was available. So he's performed it twice. That means if he does it probably 6 more times, he'll get the next one. The next iteration of his limit break, if you will. His level 1-2 limit break. That took way too long to say. So we got a potion. Oh yeah, here's what I wanted to mention before that I said I forgot. If you will recall, back in episode 3, I bought 2 fire materials from from the materia shop in Midgar. This is all Midgar, in the Sector 7 slums. And I forgot that Eris comes with a fire materia, I think. Maybe it's the character after her, but either way, I'm going to end up with a lot of fire materia, and having more than 2 is just overkill. By the way, having to do with materia, I'll show off more stuff with that. So we took out all 3 soldiers. We're running along the rafters here. And we can just head up here, jump out the roof. How's that for a means of escape? That church seemed a lot bigger when we were in it. So apparently, this isn't the first time that these guys have come after her. So the Turks are an organization in Shinra, we knew about that. They scout for possible candidates for soldier, at least that's what they say. They're also involved in a lot of dirty stuff on the side. Spying, murder, you know. Run-of-the-mill, mercenary, I'm a badass working for the evil corporation type stuff. Why are they after you? There must be a reason, right? Yes, there is. But she's not going to say what it is. I think they believe I have what it takes to be a soldier. Maybe you do. You want to join? Perhaps, but I don't want it to be their fault. Sorry, my chair's kind of squeaky. I'm sure you've heard that a lot of times. So here we are. You can see the column in the back there. And if we start to hurry along our way, she's not really taking her time. She's just not as adept as we are at parkour, apparently. Slow down. Don't leave me. Funny. I thought you were cut out to be a soldier. Ice burn. You're terrible. Ho 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 ho, they have a little giggle. Were you ever in soldier? I used to be. How'd you guess? I was once in soldier. So they're talking about the eye thing again. Apparently being in soldier, they inject you with Mako and it changes your eye color. It doesn't sound that healthy, but whatever. So we are now officially her bodyguard. She has joined the party. We're going to equip her with that Titan bangle that we got from fighting... What's his name? Oh, she does not come with fire materia. That's a plus. Okay, I'm going to talk about this now. So if you see the AP, this lightning materia has received 60 AP, this one 135, and it tells you how much it needs to the next level. When it levels up, it gets a new star. The stars fill in. Then you'll learn Bolt, then Bolt 2, then Bolt 3, and when it hits the 4th one, it's mastered. And a new baby lightning material will be born that basically starts over. That's all there is to it. Some materia takes an ass long time to just level up. And to be fair, all of them take a really long time. It'll be a long time before we see Bolt 2. And an even longer time till we see Bolt 3. It's gonna take forever. So we made it. If we go to the right, we'll be at the church. And Eris says her house is over this way. But we've been running for probably about 20 minutes now. I haven't really been keeping track of time, but I have to imagine that it's been about that long. So in this episode we beat up a boss, we got separated from Baird and Tifa, and it was all kinds of sad. But we met up with the Flower Girl, and she is now a member of our party. So next time we're gonna have some more exposition. We'll meet Eris's mom, buy some new things, and then we get to one of the weirder and better parts of the game, in my opinion. We'll be hitting a whole stretch of stuff that I just enjoy quite a bit. Which is, I enjoyed the whole game quite a bit. But anyways, that was episode 5. I already recapped what we did. Did I learn anything? I didn't really learn anything, but I will repeat my sentiment that Advent Children ruined Reno's character. If you don't know what I'm talking about, When I'm done with this Let's Play in about 8 months, go and watch Advent Children and you'll see what I mean. But that's it for this episode. I will see you guys next time.